Good morning, children. Welcome to maths class. So, in maths, we are doing the revision for summative assessment 3, isn't it, children? So, in this, we have learned how to find the perimeter, how to find the area, how to do the volume of the solids. That means counting the cubes and writing. Yes, addition of weight, subtraction of weight, finding the elapsed time, adding time, subtraction time. All this we have learned. So, today we will do the story problems related to perimeter, area, length, profit and loss, or profit fraction or loss fraction. Okay, so the other things which is graph, that we will learn tomorrow. Okay, yes, so let's see. So these are the formulas for your perimeter of a rectangle and a square, area of a square and a rectangle. Okay, so if you know this, it will be easy for you to do the first two sections, which is finding the perimeter, finding the area, and also it will be in the story problems also. So these formulas will be in the, you have to use in the story problems also. Okay, children, so make sure you are learning them and remembering. Okay, so after that we have learned how to calculate the perimeter of a square, a rectangle, then calculating the area of a square and a rectangle, and how to write the volume of the solids, that is counting the cubes. Then we have added the weight, subtracted the weight. Yes, here children find the elapsed time. So if you see, children, this is given in the form of a table, and in the exam it is not compulsory that it will be coming in the table. I might give you like first one, A bit, start time, end time, find the elapsed time, or B bit, start time is given, elapsed time is given, end time unit. Like one by one problem also I might give you, or in the form of table also I might give you. Okay, so you have to prepare for both. Okay, so this is it. And coming to your next one, adding the time, hours and minutes, subtracting the time. Till here we have learned, isn't it, children? Now let's start with the next bit, which is story problems. So here it is about the area and perimeter, then we will go to length, then profit and loss. Okay, first, a man runs around a square park and covers 1 kilometer in 5 rounds. So what is the length of each side of a park? So here, children, they are telling, see, man, if he is running, he runs on the perimeter of a square. He will not cover the area, isn't it, children? So if he is covering the area, then they would have mentioned the man runs in the square park, covering the whole area. In that way they might have given, but here's telling around a square park, which is nothing but the perimeter. So he covers 1 kilometer, but how many rounds? That means 5 rounds. That means 5 perimeters. So 5 times of the perimeter of the square park is 1 kilometer. If you take into meters, it is 1000 meters. From that you need to find what will be the perimeter of the square park for 1 round. Okay, so perimeter of a square round is nothing but, square park is nothing but the distance he covered in one run, in one round, isn't it, children? One running round. Then you will get the perimeter. From that you need to find the length of the side. Here they have mentioned it is a square park. Square park means all sides are equal. That means if you find the length of one side of a square, then you can find the other, it is same, isn't it, children? So in that way, so here, as it is a story problem, we need to write the steps and solve it. So first, what they have given, the distance he covers for 5 rounds, that means number of rounds is 5 kilometers. Now how much distance is covering? 1 kilometer. See, 1 we cannot divide with 5, isn't it, to get for 1 round. So let's convert it into meters, which becomes 1000 meters. Now number of rounds are 5. Number of kilometers he covered is 1 kilometer. If we convert into meters, it becomes 1000. Now this is for 1000 meters is for 5 rounds. Now let's find for 1 round. So distance covered for 1 round, what we have to find? Side of a square park. So distance covered for 1 round will be equal to, that is the perimeter of the square park will be equal to number of kilometers or meters divided by number of rounds. Okay, so that is 1000 meters divided by 5. You already know how to do the division. So 5 is your divisor and 1000 is your dividend. Now first digit 1 is there, 1 is less than the divisor, then you will take two numbers, that is 1 0. 1 0 becomes 10. Now check whether you have 10 in 5 table. Yes, you do have 10, so 5 2s are 10. Now we have to do the subtraction, isn't it? 10 minus 10 becomes 0. Yes, now here if you see children, the remainder is 0 here. After subtraction, you got the 0 as remainder. Do we have any other numbers other than 0? Both are 0. There is no other digit like 2, 5, 8. No, you don't find anything. All are zeros only. So this zeros you can directly place here. Okay, actually if you do, you have to bring the 0 down. 5 zeros are 0. 0 minus 0 becomes 0, and then you will bring this 0 down. Again 2 zeros are, sorry, 5 zeros are 0. 0 minus 0, then you will get the remainder. So if you have zeros, it is already 0 only, no? So you can just place these zeros here, then you can stop the division. Okay, so see, so 5 200s are 1000. So for one round, how much distance is covering? That is 200 meters. That means for one round, how much distance is covering? 200 meters. That means perimeter of a square park is 200 meters. Now what is the formula for perimeter of a square? 4 into side, isn't it? So side, see, here you have multiplication, isn't it? So if you bring this side, it becomes division. Do remember children, if plus is going that side of the equal to, it becomes minus. If minus is going to other side of the equal to, then it becomes plus. And if multiplication is going other side of the equal to, then it becomes division. If division is going other side of the equal to, it becomes multiplication. Do remember children, it flips when it is moving from the other side of the equal to. Okay, now here multiplication, so it becomes division. So length of the side is nothing but the length of the side is equal to 200 meters divided by 4. So you can divide this in your rough column, in your working column, or else you can do it here only in the problem. Okay, so 4 is your divisor, 200 is your dividend. So first digit is 2, which is less than 4, isn't it? Then you have to take the next digit also. Next digit is 0. So 2 0 20. Now check whether you have 20 in 4 table. Yes, you do have 20 in 4 table. That is 4 5s are 20, isn't it? Now 20 minus 20 becomes 0 again. And what happens here? One more 0 is there. If you bring it down again, 0 0 0 0, 4 zeros are 0. 0 minus 0 becomes 0. So instead of doing all that procedure, you can simply make this 0 in the quotient. Okay, so children, do remember this we can do only when you have zeros in the dividend. Okay, only zeros are there, no other digit is there. And after subtracting here, you got the answer 0. And after that, if you have only zeros, then you can just place the zeros in the quotient. Okay, so there is 1 0, so you will place that 1 0 in the quotient. Now what is the answer? So length of the side is equal to 50 meters. Okay, so this is a story problem related to perimeter. Now let's see the perimeter of rectangle. So here children, what happened? Perimeter of a rectangle is given, length is given. They are asking us to find the breadth. Okay, generally what happens? Length they'll give, breadth they will give, we have to find the perimeter. Now here it is, perimeter is given, length is given, you have to find the breadth. So length equal to 20 meters and perimeter of a rectangle equal to 100 meters. Now what is the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle? 2 into length plus breadth. So that's what you will mention. L means length, B means breadth. You can write completely length plus breadth, or you can write like L plus B also. Both are correct. Okay, now this multiplication is there, no? 2 into that, you have to bring it to the other side. Okay, so multiplication becomes division. Just now I explained you, isn't it? So multiplication becomes division. So then after it's moving towards the other side of the equal to, then it becomes L plus B equal to 100 divided by 2. Okay, children. Now 100 divided by 2, you all know how to do, isn't it, children? That is 2 will be your dividend, 100 will be your dividend, 2 will be your divisor. Okay, and then first digit in dividend is 1, which is less than 2, which is less than divisor. So you will take two digits, then becomes 1 0 10. So do we have 10 in 2 table? Yes, 2 5s are 10, isn't it? So 10 minus 10 becomes 0. So here you got 0, and what is left out in the dividend? 0 is left out. So that 0 you will place it in the quotient. That means length plus breadth is equal to 50. So length plus breadth is equal to 50, isn't it? So now length equal to 20. So this is 20, length is 20, we have replaced. Now this is addition, isn't it, children? So this you have to bring it to the other side, which becomes subtraction. 50 minus 20. So 50 minus 20 will give us 30. That means breadth equal to 30 centimeters. Okay, according to the question, if it is in meters, you write it meters. If it is in centimeters, you write it in centimeters. If it is in kilometers, you write it in the kilometers. Okay, children. So in this way you will get the perimeter problems. Okay, now let's see the area problems. So how many rectangles with the length 5 centimeters into 2 centimeters, that is length is 5, breadth is 2, can fit in a square that has a side of 10 centimeters? That means there is a square in which you have to fit the rectangles in that square. Okay, so the length of a square is 10 centimeters. From that you can find the area of the square. Now, and what are the lengths of the rectangles? 5 centimeters and 2 centimeters. With that you can find the area of the rectangle. Then with that area, how many rectangles you can place in the area of a square, that you need to calculate. Okay, it's a multi-step problem, children. Okay, so let's see. So first let's find the area of a square, that is side of a square equal to 10 centimeters. Then area of a square is 10 into 10, side into side, which is 10 centimeters into 10 centimeters. And whenever we are finding the area, children, please remember you have to write the units as square units, that is square centimeters, square meters, square kilometers, according to the question given. Okay, so 10 into 10 becomes 100, then units are square centimeters. Okay, so area of a square is 100 square centimeters. Now let's find the area of the rectangle which we have to fit it in that square. Okay, so they have given the length as 5 centimeters, breadth as 2 centimeters. Now find the area of the rectangle. What is the area of a rectangle? Length into breadth, L into B, that is 5 into 2. 5 2s are 10. 10 square centimeters. Okay, that means in the square area of 100 square centimeters, which is a square, we need to place 10 square centimeters rectangles in it. Okay, like small rectangles. Now how many we can fit in this? How you can find out? By dividing. Okay, so number of rectangles that can fit in a square which has 100 square centimeters is nothing but 100 divided by 10. Why 100? Because 100 is the area of a square. Why 10? Because it is the area of the given rectangles. That means there is a square like this, big square whose area is 100 square centimeters. In this you need to place small rectangles which are 10 square centimeters, rectangles like this. Okay, children? Yes? So 10 divide 100 divided by 10. So in both you have zeros, so you will cancel zeros. So what is left out? 10 divided by 1. So 10 divided by 1, if you divide 10 with 1, you get the same 10, isn't it? So how many rectangles you can place in a in the square? 10 rectangles you can place. Okay, children, in this way you need to solve the sums. Okay, next. Now we have completed with area and perimeter. Now let's start with the length. So a carpenter needs to make a table of 67 centimeters 3 millimeters in length. But the piece of wood he has is 1 meter and 28 centimeters long. How much will he have to cut from the piece of wood? Okay, so the total amount of wood he have is 1 meter 28 centimeter, but how much he need to make a table? 67 centimeters 3 millimeters. So how much wood he has to cut from the given wood? That means, can he cut the wood he wanted from the amount of wood he have? That we need to find it out. Okay, why we have to find it out? Because this is in meters and centimeters, this is in centimeters and meters. So what we will do is, we will convert this into centimeters. Then you will understand, can we cut this 67 centimeters or not? Okay, so length of table, how much he required? 67 centimeters and 3 millimeters. Now how much would he have? 1 meter 28 centimeters. 1 meter 28 centimeter. Now what we have to do? This 1 meter we have to convert into centimeter, then we have to multiply with 100. 1 into 100 centimeters. This meters we have converted into centimeters, and this centimeters is already centimeters, no? So we need not to convert, but we will add it. Okay, so 1 into 100 centimeters becomes 100 centimeters plus this 28 centimeters we are copying as it is. So 100 plus 28, that is equal to 128 centimeters. Now from this 128 centimeters, can we cut 67 centimeters? Yes, we can, isn't it? So length what he want to cut is 67 centimeters 33 millimeters. Yes, he can cut the wood he required. Okay, so in this way you will have the length problems, story problems. Children, try to solve them. Okay, now coming to profit and loss. So what do you mean by profit? To find whether you have profit or loss, you have to know whether you have sold it for profit or not. How you can find that? When you know the cost price and selling price of a object. Cost price is the amount you spent on that thing to get it. Okay, for example, there is a chocolate which is 5 rupees. You will spend 5 rupees, that is your cost price. You got the chocolate for 5 rupees. But if the same chocolate, if you sell it for 8 rupees, then you have 3 rupees profit. But if you sell the same chocolate for 3 rupees, then you have a loss of 2 rupees. That means you spent 5 rupees, but how much you gained? 3 rupees only. That means you missed the 2 rupees, isn't it? That is loss. But when you are selling it for 8 rupees, then you are gaining 3 rupees. 5 rupees you spent, but how much you got back? 8 rupees. That means 3 rupees extra you got. So that extra money is nothing but your profit. So how do you find that? If the cost price is less than the selling price, then it is profit. If the cost price is more than the selling price, then it is loss. Okay, so with this cost price and selling price, you can find formulas to find the profit. What is that? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Okay, so from this you can also find the selling price, and also you can find the cost price also. So if you know profit and selling price, then you have to find the cost price, or else profit you know, cost price you know, then you have to find the selling price. So selling price is equal to profit plus cost price, or else cost price equal to selling price minus profit. So with these formulas you can find the given things. Okay, in the same way loss also. So loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. Okay, when you will get loss? When you bought the thing for more and sold it for less amount, isn't it? Cost price is what you are spending on that thing, and selling price is how much you gained, how much did you sell that object or thing. Okay, so when cost price is more than the selling price, then it is loss, isn't it, children? So cost price minus selling price. So in the same way how we have found in the profit, after you got profit and selling price, cost price you can find it out, isn't it? If you have selling price and profit, you know you can find the cost price. In the same way here also you it can apply. So when you have cost price and loss, then the selling price will be equal to cost price minus loss. Okay, and if you have selling price and loss, then cost price will be equal to loss plus selling price. Okay, children, so this is about profit and loss. Now we are doing the story problems for profit fraction and loss fraction. This profit and this loss, you will check whether you got profit or loss, and that profit or loss you have to represent in the form of fraction, which is you have a formula like profit as a fraction. When you have to represent profit as a fraction, then the formula is profit by cost price. Profit by cost price. Okay, if they have not given the cost price, then the formula is, what is the formula for profit? Selling price minus cost price, isn't it, children? That you will implement here and you will write down selling price minus cost price by cost price. Okay, same way loss as a fraction, which is nothing but loss by cost price. Loss by cost price. Okay, if they have not given the loss directly, you have given with selling price and cost price, then simple, cost price minus selling price by cost price. Okay, children, so with this you can find the profit fraction or loss fraction for the given sum. Okay, let's see the sum now. Ravi bought flowers for 5,750 rupees and sold for 6,000 rupees. Did he make profit or loss? Calculate profit or loss as fraction. So if you see here, children, this is Ravi's cost price. He bought it for 5,720 rupees. Sorry, 50 rupees. 5,750 rupees and sold it for 6,000 rupees. That is more, isn't it? This is selling price, this is cost price. Cost price is more than the selling price. That means he got profit. How much profit he got? 6,000 minus 5,750. That is 250 rupees he got profit. Okay, but what else he asked? Calculate profit or loss as fraction. He asked us whether he got profit or not. After finding it, find the fraction. So here he got profit of 250 rupees. And then you need to find the profit as fraction. That is profit by cost price. That is 250 divided by 5,750. Divide it and you will get the answer for the fraction. Okay, see, cost price equal to 5,750, selling price equal to 6,000. So if you see selling price is more than cost price, that means how much he got, what he got? He got profit. Who? Ravi got profit. Now we have to find profit fraction. What is the formula for profit fraction? Profit by cost price. Here they did not mention the profit. We have to find the profit. Then we will use cost price minus, sorry, selling price minus cost price. What is selling price? 6,000 rupees minus cost price 5,750 rupees. Then you will get 250 rupees divided by 5,750 rupees. Now we have to divide it. You have zeros in one's place in both numerator and denominator, so you will cancel. So here you have to do the division. 25 ones are 25, 25 23s are 575, or else you can simply go with what is left out, 25 by 5,700 and sorry 575. 5 5s are 25, 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 25, 550. 5 5s are 25. Okay, again 5 ones are 5, 5 2s are 10, 15 will be repeated, 5 3s are 15. So 1 by 23. In that way also you can learn. Okay, so profit as fraction is equal to 1 by 23. Okay, children, so in this way you need to solve the story problems, children. I know this is very huge video. That means story problems are very lengthy, I understand, but you have to practice. Okay, get the problems from your content book, volume book, skill sheet, it will be easy for you to recollect. But don't forget, remember the formula, then only you can do the problems. Okay, so prepare well children. In the next class we will learn the next topics. Okay, see you in the next class. Bye.